looking to find out some more information, what is actually one of our favorite 55 plus neighborhoods in the Charleston market. Today we're going to cover a few things. Number one, we're going to see how these houses are built, what they have to offer. We're going to check out this amenity center. Wait until you see the amenity center. It's amazing. And we're really knowledgeable about 55 plus space in this market, but we're going to bring somebody that knows even more about this neighborhood than we do.
Yep. My name is Mark. This is Jeff. We're with the Charleston Area Living Group. And if this is the first time you're on our channel, welcome, first of all. If you want to know everything there is to know about the Summerville and Charleston market, click the bell for notifications, subscribe below so that you are the first to know all the knowledge in the Charleston and Summerville markets. And listen, whether you're buying in 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months, we get texts, emails, and phone calls from people just like you all the time. We love talking to y'all. So send us a text, send us an email, or the best way to do it is if they click the link in the description, they can set up a Zoom call or an in-person meeting if you're here locally. We would love to connect with you and learn your specific situation.
Let's get into this. You're going to love this. Watch.
Kehavranium, I don't know. All right, so Rick, first thing I gotta know, like there's really two things I really need to know before we even get started, okay? The sign out there, it says Four Seasons at Lakes of Cane Bay, but right above it, it says K something. What is the proper way to say that?
It is Kehavranium.
Hovnanian. Okay, I think I got it now.
Yeah, or you could almost look at like Hovnanian. In some ways, people will pronounce it.
Okay.
We like to say Khov for short.
That's so much easier for me.
Right.
I'd appreciate that. And then the second thing, I've known you for like 8 years now, 7 years, somewhere around there. And I've never known how to properly pronounce your last name. So I just always called you Rick Z.
Right. So a lot of people do that. A ton of people do that. And or I'll get Zach and or RZ. But my last name is Zach Rzuski.
Zach Rzuski.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know that second Z we like to throw in there, but phonetically, it's Zach Rzuski.
Okay. I think we got that down now. Now we can kind of move on. So Four Seasons is not just a local thing here to the Charleston area. Mm-hmm. There's Four Seasons down in Bluffton in Florida, I've heard of. So kind of explain to everybody kind of the concept of Four Seasons, how it started, and then kind of we'll go more into specifics into this neighborhood.
So the company itself started in Toms River, New Jersey in 1959. So we've been now at 64 years. And then fast forward about 30 years or so, and then we started doing these active adult known as the Four Seasons. It's important to recognize it's Kehavranian's Four Seasons and not the Four Seasons
Hotel.
but I like to say we build in a lot of the smile of America. We'll see, I like to say the southern states, the warmer states. We really like to try to focus on the Four Seasons. But that being said, our bread and butter, we started in New Jersey. So we actively build in 12, I think we're still in maybe possibly 13 states of where we build. But the Four Seasons here, we've been here 7 years.
Awesome.
This one.
Okay, great. And then for this community specifically, it didn't really start as a Four Seasons. I heard that it actually was gonna be a golf course in the initial concept, right? And then how did that all change?
So we bought the land a few years ago. So being here 7 years, it's a decade ago. And the gentleman I know that bought all the land here in Cane Bay Plantation, more specifically the Lakes of Cane Bay where we reside, there was a sand pit, and he was looking to do possibly a golf course. They came across some springs, and now we thus have this waterway system known as Lakes of Cane Bay, and they were, started already dredged for the holes. And so the waterways were continued, and then we just happened to purchase this great large piece of land where we're almost an island, like right in the center of it, of most of what we're building, of the just over 1,000 homes when everything's said and done.
Nice, nice. And then, so the amenity center that they have here, the waterway systems, it's unlike many of the 55 plus across the country, I would say. It's kind of really unique, right?
Yeah, I mean, unique is the best way to put it. A lot of people will come here, we'll talk to them on the phone, we will have just these conversations, and then 99.9% of the time they come here and they're like, this is better than what we thought, what we saw online. it is unique. And I think it's for a couple of reasons. One, the value. To have something like this, you take this and you plop it down in Florida, we're starting over $1 million. You know, the fact that we don't have to have flood insurance where we are, you know, we're ironically the highest point of the low country at 85 feet.
85 feet.
Not having to have that, having something that's a beautiful waterway, we kind of have it behind us now, that leads out to the main lake. And again, no title connection, that peace of mind, that's something big.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into the map and kind of show them the community a little bit. I'm going to let Jeff ask you a little bit more about that, and then we'll do some walk arounds the Amenity Center and one of our models here, okay?
Sounds great.
All right.
Hey, Jeffrey with Rick now. So we're actually in a different model home, but we brought the map with us, and I want to show and talk about a few cool things on this map. And this is kind of the conversation that Rick and I have with clients all the time when we come in with them. So if you do come in and meet with us in person, you're going to be like extra smart. You're going to know a lot of this stuff already. First thing that we always kind of point out is, tell me how we're on an island right now.
When I was talking to Mark a few moments ago, we were talking a little bit about, like, here's where the old sand pit was, that they went in and they created this Lakes of Cane Bay. So they started the dredge here, and now it comes up to here to here.
Okay.
So right now there's a little bit of a land bridge, but then that's going to be a bridge.
And so it's like what a lot of people love about this neighborhood is, I'm going to say one of those words that Mark and I struggle with, it's navigable waters. Like it's moving water. So you can go kayak, canoe. I've heard you
Paddleboard.
even have a little electric motor pontoon boat on the water here that somebody has.
Yeah, we call it the party barge.
The party barge. Yep. So you can take that all the way around the neighborhood and out into the big lake, which is a really big lake. Yeah. Okay, so the Amenity Center. We're going to do a walk through the Amenity Center, but tell me a little bit, give me the highlights of that.
It was better than we even expected. The original budget goes back to $5 million at 20,000 square foot, and it's just shy of 25,000 square foot, 17.5 million spent on it. And it is something to behold because this is one of the reasons why we are one of the premier active
Absolutely.
adults.
Yeah, it's gorgeous in there. We're going to spend a lot more time walking through that. I want to show some things, but you've got multiple phases here. So where are we, August of 2023 right now? Kind of where are we in the long term? What does the build out time look like? What phase are we in? Where on the map are we and where are we going next?
So we are finishing up phase 6, which is right over here. We are now moving into phase 7 slowly. I think we're going to see a little bit more of that pace pick up in September. Phase 7 is 77 lots, and then we have phase 8, and our map's getting updated very soon to incorporate phases 9 and 10.
Okay.
Which takes us to that maybe 3.5 to 4 years, and then we'll be completed in here.
Okay. So looking at the map, it's much easier to see in a map. What I like about when you release these phases is it seems like we've got interior lots, we've got wooded lots, and we've got lake lots on almost every release. And then, so the interior lots here where you're backed up to another house, we can show that in the video, but a lot of people, I don't want to look at somebody else's house. Tell me about the money that you guys put into the berms, because it makes such a difference when the interior lots in these houses.
Yeah, so we started to incorporate these larger berms all throughout. We wanted to maintain the trees, but knowing how pines can get with the shallow roots, we were like, let's take these out and let's put in these big, beautiful berms and give that nice buffer. We can go to a certain extent, what the county will allow us, and so we have berms, and they're going to ebb and flow in size all through here. We try to get them larger here and then here as well, and then we landscape them with, like pretty much a non-deciduous type tree, stuff that's going to stay green and grow fast.
So ballpark, how many houses do we have up now versus how many are coming totally?
So we're probably around 650, 670 between there closed.
Okay.
And then we're going to be between 1,013 and 1,021.
And I see there's a lot of space here that is unused. Why won't we build this out?
So for one, we don't own that land, and there's also wetland preserves that are sprinkled all throughout. So if you can kind of see on this, you can see how these are a little bit more dense.
Yep.
This kind of like closes us out from it. And then we purchased up to here. There will be some more up in this area. At the end of the day, you can never say something can never be built on. That being said, there's a lot of stuff in there that's protected, so it'd be very difficult.
I got you. All right, let's go take a walk around one of the houses and kind of show some of the differences that KHOV does that some other builders don't do. And then I want to go over the Amenity Center. I can't wait to show that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in the San Sebastian. This is the one. This is my house. I literally want to buy this specific house. When I move in this neighborhood, when my kids get out of the house, it's San Sebastian all day long. So that's why I want to come in here. I want to show you around this model and then also talk about some of the upgrades that are in this one, things that you can add. So I guess to start with, we kind of know that there's two different ways to do the house. It's ground up and then spec homes.
Yep.
So ground up is taking how long now?
Contract to close, 8 months.
Okay. And they get to pick everything.
Yep, your structural, your design, so your flooring, your cabinets, paint color, all that.
All right, so you got to see this thing. It's absolutely amazing. Massive when you walk in here. You could play pickleball on this island. You could put another couple mattresses, have a big old sleepover party on the island here. All right, Rick, in this model, I know that room back there is an upgrade, let's say, so you could build it without that.
Correct.
This one has an upstairs. Wait till you see the upstairs in this thing. So this one, as it sits with all of this square footage, this is going to be the biggest model that we have, right?
Yeah, so depending on which front exterior or front elevation, whichever you like to call it, you're looking anywhere from 3540 to 3570 square feet.
Okay, so a lot of people, when they think of these neighborhoods, they're like, oh, I'm in a 1,400 square foot house, and that's not the case here. So fireplace here is like a big one that people often decide, I do want a fireplace, I don't want a fireplace, so that's an option. You could build this without that room.
Correct.
These ceilings, you can change up the kitchen. There's multiple different types of kitchens that you can do. Tell me about this space over here.
So we have a couple options for this, which would be a recessed niche as a standard. We did the very ever popular with the San Sebastian loft home is the wet bar. Not only do you have this nice wet bar, but you have what we call a stuff of life room on the back side of it. So you have additional storage you're gaining from that. And then we have something we call the hub, which is a setup of like a desk area. So you can have his and hers type of setup. So, he can have the smaller one, she can have the larger one.
Or this, if this isn't your thing, this just goes away and the space goes all the way back to this wall back here. Mark, show the little extra room here. What do we call this again?
Stuff of life.
Stuff of life room. The mother-in-law suite, if you ask me. Oh. All right, in the primary bedroom, so in here, obviously, we've added lighting, we've got speakers in here, we've got the ceiling that was done. Most people are putting hard floors down in the bedrooms now. Is it 50-50?
I will say probably 97% are doing hard floors.
Okay, so not a whole lot of carpet going in these. More carpet upstairs in the ups. That's another point to bring up is you have a bunch of models that you can add an upstairs to, correct?
Oh yeah, 9 of our 12 floor plans.
9 of the 12, okay.
Yeah.
And then how many models do you have here on this row?
So we have 9 models and 4 of them are showcased with the optional loft.
Okay.
But take it even better, the other 5 that don't have the loft can have a loft as a model park.
And in just the downstairs in these models with no loft upstairs, you've got 2 and 3 bedroom options available.
Absolutely, 3 bedroom. This one you can do a true 3 bedroom if you did the little office that we call our hub.
Okay.
It gives you the office. We have homes where you do a true 3 bedroom with a home office in addition.
Okay. And then another big change that people often do is the bathrooms.
Yeah.
So there's the ability you could do look at this thing. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So tell me about this option, how this bedroom or this bathroom is set up right now.
So, being in that, I believe because we have it in the model, it's a very popular option. It is what we call our ultra spa shower. So it would be typically you'd have a shower here and you would have a very large linen closet. So you're foregoing that linen closet, but that's okay because when you see the closet, you can forego some of that space.
Okay.
To get this beautiful shower. And you're getting the handheld, the rain head, and then the fixed. And you're getting all the controls right here, not all the way under there where you have to go into the cold water to turn it on.
I got you. That makes sense. If you're a bubble bath person, we have options for that also.
Absolutely. It's called our luxury bath. So you're going to get anywhere from a 60 to a 72 foot tub, inch tub. And then you'll have the shower. The shower is going to be probably around the 5 foot range, 5 to 6 foot, step down. And then again, you can do the handheld, the rain head, and then the fixed.
So in these houses, I feel like one of the big things is, it's all about the big space out there in the living room, kitchen area, and all of them have an open floor plan. Every house you guys do is like that.
Absolutely.
And then obviously the bedroom and the primary bedroom and bathroom. The closet, this, I've said it 100 times, this is bigger than my 1 bedroom was at the house I moved from in Pittsburgh. I mean, this is just massive. And all of your homes, not all this big, but all of your homes have a really nice size closet like this.
They're definitely generous.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Let's go look at the outside of this one because start talking as we're walking about some of the options for outside. Not only what you do as a builder, but then what you've seen some other people in the neighborhood do after they own the house.
Okay, yeah. So go out the back. With this option, we have what we call the sunroom with great room 2 and with covered patio. Now you can definitely screen it. You know, I see a lot of people like to do it afterwards so they can really live the space. Here you have, they did a paver afterwards, and you can go out all the way up within about 5 feet of your property line, really give it some shape. And then you can, I've seen everything from additional pergolas to over the top fire pits. You know, people get competitive here. So we have some really nice.
One up the Joneses, eh? It
some
happens.
really nice backyards.
So right across, I want to show Mark across the way here. This is in Monroe Road. That's the Amenity Center that we're going to head over to next. I do have a couple more things inside I want to show here, though. Rick, one of the coolest things I love about these homes that I've heard you talk about a bunch of times to people is the HVAC system.
Yep.
So clearly we're in South Carolina. It gets hot here. Where's the closet in this one? I don't even remember where it is. Take me there.
So when you have a single story home, it'll be on the first floor conditioned space. When we have a loft, we can utilize that space to create a more functional downstairs.
Oh, so we're going upstairs now.
So because the loft is
Let's
going to
go
be
do it now.
upstairs.
This is another whole living space up here.
I mean, we're just shy of from a kitchen to being an apartment. Very large.
Now, obviously this is a 55 plus neighborhood, but not children, but kids, not kids, what's the word? Adult children can live here after they're 19, correct?
Correct.
So this could be another whole space. You have a kid back for a year or so after college, before college, in college, whatever.
Yep.
That could be used here.
And we've seen that quite often.
Okay.
Their landing pad for the moment until they get into that real world with their job type of thing. So all of our homes, we're gonna have a conditioned space for our mechanicals. What makes it so amazing is it's the only area where you change a filter.
Oh, no going up, getting a ladder out, going 10 foot in the air.
No more, yeah. And also being a conditioned space, it kind of leads to, okay, it's gonna help protect the unit itself. This was a prototype. This was actually our first San Sebastian ever built. So now we kind of move this either over to the right a little bit more, or over to the left. So then you have some area where you can still capitalize on some additional storage, whether another Christmas tree or something like that.
And clearly it works because it's nice and comfortable in here. All right, so the big open space here, a little kitchenette over there, and you've got another full bedroom and a full bath in here also. So that makes this one right now 3 bedrooms?
3 bedroom with an office. And as you can see, all the bedrooms are very generous. So the master had the king.
Yeah, this is
everything
totally
else
big
has a
enough.
queen bed in it.
Yeah, the primaries are massive, but this is totally livable. And listen, when you live in this community, you're going to have visitors. People are going to come stay with you.
It's Charleston area.
I mean,
come on.
#1 tourist destination in the country.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, let's go over and check out the Amenity Center. I cannot wait to show you that. So we're inside the Amenity Center now. This was how many square feet?
Just shy of 25,000.
All right, so first thing I want to say is if you live here and you're bored and you don't have anything to do, it is your fault. Because Rick, tell me a little bit about what kind of things are in here.
So, you know, they actually update this all the time because there's always something going on. We got to print on 11 by 17 paper just to fit as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
But you hit it nail on the coffin. If you're bored, it's because you choose to be.
Yeah.
Tons of clubs, lots. Everything from traveling to pickleball, golf, wine, things like that.
Have you played pickleball yet?
I've not. Oh, I've played it, just not here.
Not here yet? Okay. One of the neat things about this center that is unlike any of the other ones in town is this room in here. And from what I hear, there's some pretty active play going on in here at times.
Yeah, we have some pretty exceptional players. The billiards club, was again, another club of ours. They like to sponsor other clubs and they really get together and have a couple hundred people. You know, they don't just do billiards, but we do have some sharps here.
Yeah.
We won't allude to who they are just yet.
These tables are massive. These are the biggest tables I've seen.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. You know, when we were building this, you know, we had several designers and every detail was important to the extent of they spent a significant amount of time trying to figure out if they were going to do red or blue felt.
Put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm thinking of it because I'll forget otherwise. I'll have a squirrel moment. Is the gate here is 24/7?
Correct.
Yeah, so that's, I think, maybe the only one in the area that is
Yeah,
manned
we are.
24/7.
Yeah, right now we are the only one that's 24/7.
And listen, Mark and I are in here all the time. Love everybody. That, like, we're first name basis with these people out here. They're awesome. You're gonna, if you live here, just plan on buying them a Christmas gift because you're gonna get to be good friends with these people. All right. So, what would a room like this be used for?
So we have it partitioned off now because it looks like they were actually having, or they're going to be having, a couple different card tournaments.
Okay.
So anything from Mahjong to Bunko to pitch to, I mean, there's so many games I can't even keep up.
So if there is, so you have a person that works here on site that helps organize these things.
Absolutely. So we have our lifestyle director. She is amazing. Her name is Stephanie. She's just phenomenal. She's been doing it for a long time, and she helps orchestrate and get together with the groups and help facilitate some of the events. But then we have people that live in the community that like to facilitate it themselves, and she kind of keeps them, you know, within regulation, things
Let's
like
walk and talk. So what I'm hearing, if there's not a naval aviators, retired naval aviator club, somebody could start one.
Great example, there was no quilting club.
Okay.
My mother-in-law, she started it, and it has flourished ever since.
Okay. So if you are big into Who's What's It's and there isn't a Who's What's It club, you can start one and you guys will help them figure out what that looks like.
Absolutely.
What is this space?
So it's more like, we call it our little country cafe, but more like a social lounge. I actually like this area because we have an area for ice, and then you actually have a dishwasher here. What's nice is these tables. I love these tables. I call them my trough tables. You can take some ice, throw them in here, and put your beverage of choice in there, having to get together. So it's that whole BYOB type thing.
And speaking of beverages, I mentioned many times, there's some pretty active, if you're a wine drinker in here, this is the place to be.
We got a few clubs, wine clubs, and yeah, we have one that they get real big, and when we look outside, I'll kind of show you the area where they like to gather. The amount of food and wine, it's amazing.
Tell me about this big room we're going into next.
Yep, so our ballroom or multi-purpose room. This is wonderful. Whether you're doing a small club that you put together, you can go ahead and rent it out, to we're doing a huge event for New Year's Eve or whatever holiday there is, or some type of event.
Really every holiday, there's always something going on in here.
Yes, we have, being that, we're in the Charleston area, the naval station that we have here. What's really nice is we've had guys that were stationed here years ago and came full circle to come back to the area. So we have a very large veterans club that gets together quite often. Most recently with this staged area, we had what we call lip sync battles. And I'm not talking, they just go up there and singing karaoke. We're full on stage, 2 nights in a row, sold out.
So many acts you had to do over 2 nights.
I think it was like 26 acts. I might be off 1 or 2, but I mean, exceptional, way over the top.
That's
and
amazing.
This was the 2nd or 3rd one we've done.
So kitchen, got a little storage going on here right now, but
Yes.
this is really the best kitchen in all of the neighborhoods in Charleston. I know that you guys have done some things in here where you have real chefs come in and actually teach things and do
Yes,
shows.
we do.
and-
We'll have local chefs that'll come in, and maybe it's a popular hors d'oeuvre or entree that they make. Excuse us for the chairs. We actually just had an event here not too long ago, so we're trying to clean that up. But yeah, and so when you're having the catered events, like the New Year's Eve party is like the most epic. It's so over the top. So when it's being fully catered, we can partition that off so you can enjoy in the entire time of the festivities while everything else is going on behind the scenes.
So this building, we're now going to go to the far side of this building. So through the magic of editing, we're now gone. All right, heading back towards next area I want to show you, but I love this. Like, I just love to go sit and talk to people. I just would love to be this environment where I just come in here, hang out. Somebody be rolling through in the next 10 minutes, sit down and talk and just hang out. I mean, I'm sure you see a lot of that going on in here.
So the conception of this was more of that indoor-outdoor feel.
Yeah.
So having that ability of, hey, I don't want to be outside, maybe it's a little warmer or cooler this day, but I
Right.
want to be part of the festivities and the get-together. You got people here, out there, you just get that nice mesh.
Yeah.
And then, again, anybody moving in here, it's
Mark,
all
look
about
at these
meeting
lights.
people.
These lights are amazing up here.
These lights I can speak to. These lights delayed us 1 month of opening this facility because of where they were coming from. Because once we had these in, then we had to go in and put the floors in.
Oh, couldn't, because they were going to have
Yeah.
such big equipment
And
in
those
here.
came from Europe.
Yeah. So back pool room, walking by here. I'm going to show you the outdoor space here in a minute, but just like this, outside, they've got inside, they've got outside. Here's the other piece of that room. So you know, if you had, this is 2 or 3 room sections on this one.
This is a two room.
Okay, so the other side was the room we were just in. A little library here, kind of, you know, grab a book, leave a book. And the weight room, tell me about that, because that's a really popular, well-used space.
Around 2,100 square feet, and so we got a little bit of everything here. And I'd say the busier hours we see very early on, and then later in the afternoon, around the lunchtime. I know a few people that like to come at that time because there's not as many people here.
And then the room across the hall is for
the movement studio. So it's light and bright. So we do everything from Pilates, Zumba, yoga, Tai Chi, bar.
led by who?
We actually have several homeowners that do classes for free in here, and then we have some they'll bring in at a higher level of, let's say, bar that some people are more proficient at, and they'll bring people in outside for that.
And is there a cost to that?
Some of them there are, majority of them there are not.
But I mean, it's dollars. It's not like, you know.
No, it's not like $50.
For the most part, it's all inclusive. For
the most part,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have an indoor pool and an outdoor pool.
And let's not forget our favorite, the grandkids pool.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You actually have 2 pools outside.
Yeah, that keeps the peace.
So indoor is a lap pool, and it looks like a hot tub in here also.
Absolutely. Yep, so we do things like water aerobics. You know, people like to come in and swim laps, volleyball, you know, stuff
Ooh,
like that.
Volleyball, I want to play that in here. Yeah, this is great. So
We got our
this
locker rooms.
is water aerobics. Is that one that is led by in-house, or is there?
There's 2. I am actually good friends with one of them that do it, that live here. They do a phenomenal job. I believe they're on Mondays and Thursdays right now, 8:30, and depending on the class size, they'll do another one after that.
Huh? All right, let's go outside and check it out.
One of the advantages of this neighborhood, you were just talking a little bit about it, is some of the other neighborhoods have certain hours for their grandkids to be in the pool, and they can
Correct.
only get in during those hours.
Right.
Or they have to go off-site to another pool.
Correct.
You have your own pool
Absolutely.
here for the grandkids.
Yes.
Any time of the day.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, very popular, very well received, and got some kids in there right now enjoying their time. And then as we kind of come over, we have an area for the bathrooms, changing, grill station area. You know,
then-
we see a ton of people doing brunches, like streets that get together, especially when you first move in. They're having like either brunches or get-togethers of really for whatever reason, just to meet each other. That's what it's all about. And then we have this beautiful resort-style pool. And from being here since this place is open, you know, 7 years now, it's funny because everyone has their different hours. You have your all-dayers, you have your midday, your happy hour, but you know, it's nice. And the gentleman over there is cleaning the pool now for us.
And so like the grills and stuff, anybody can just come and use it when they want.
Absolutely.
There's no reservations or anything like
Yep.
that.
Come over, enjoy it. And a lot of times what happens is your party gets bigger and everyone's receptive to that and they're open to it.
Okay. And then so we're gonna walk around now to kind of the amphitheater area, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm imagining concerts and stuff like that out there.
Yeah.
What else kind of happens there?
Yeah, so yeah, we had the Eagles tribute band. They were this is a couple of years ago when we first started doing everything. Unfortunate weather started rolling in, so we were able to go in and utilize the multi-purpose room
Oh, nice.
ballroom. But we have local bands. So yeah, we'll have local bands that'll come out and play. I gotta tell you, there's nothing cooler than seeing everyone out here enjoying, you know, the festivities, and then you see people out there in their kayaks or canoes or their little electric motor boats enjoying the actual concert. And then we love to have food trucks lined up for those events as well. So it really brings people together, and we always get a solid turnout, always.
And one of the things that I really like about this community is, even though it's super hot out right now, it seems to always be a breeze because of the water system, I'm assuming, right?
I cannot explain it. I can speak to it, but it is what it is. And people can be like, oh, you know, you're biased, you work there. No, I mean, I live really close, but there's always a breeze.
And then as far as like wildlife and stuff, I know I've seen eagles and ospreys and
Absolutely.
an alligator here once or twice, but they don't really bother people.
Yeah,
I mean, I
being
know a lot
that
of
this
people.
is a freshwater system by natural spring, there's really nowhere for them to hide.
Yeah.
So we'll see maybe 1 or 2 a year, if that. But you know, touching up on the birds, the wood storks are back. If you've never seen one of those, they're almost 4 feet tall, intimidating but beautiful bird. This area here, they were doing Tai Chi. Yesterday, Sunday morning, they were doing yoga. They'll do like sunrise stuff, things, but then you'll see them do their outdoor huge wine parties where you have like 100 people that come to it.
Nice.
Our largest club to date is we're about to walk up on is actually our bocce.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yep.
I've never played it before. I'm kind of
Yeah.
interested
Oh,
about
it's
that.
a great game.
Yeah.
And those tournaments will last all day. I've seen them.
Wow.
Of course, the ever popular pickleball is going. We have the 4 courts right now, and they're individual courts, so they're not a shared court. So you're not getting hit by a wayward ball. Maybe if they hit it over the fence and hit you.
Right.
The area, so being that it's warm out in the summertime, or if you just want to get away and have a reprieve, we have this lovely pavilion set up where you have your restrooms, fans, water if you need it. Coming over here to the right, I call it the hut. You can check out a canoe, paddleboard, or kayak. It's included with
Wait, for free?
Yeah, it's included with the HOA.
That's amazing.
And then we have our lovely inlets over here where you can just slide in with the canoe or kayak. If you're worried about balance, don't worry, because you come in, step out, and you're good to go. And then being that we have this lovely waterway system, I mean, you gotta have a boat launch.
Right.
So this is amazing. There's nothing cooler than seeing somebody back in their boat or kayak with their golf cart. That's a real thing, and it's very popular.
Now, one of the things a lot of people move here for is they come here not with their kids, but their fur kids, right?
Fur babies.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the 55 plus neighborhoods don't have a dog park, but you guys do.
Yeah.
Nice area. It's even got some shade in it. So
All by design. Everything, it's been very well thought out. They did such an exceptional job. They didn't clear cut everything. They really kept the environment, but then they also wanted to think about the future. Is so much so with the dog. And yeah, we do have a lot of people with their fur babies.
So I love the waterways, love the whole design. One of the things that some people think is, bringing a realtor, they might get a cheaper price without a realtor. And, I haven't found that. We've brought several clients to you. There's never been a price difference or anything like that. How do you, as the builder's agent, feel about having a real estate agent with the people that are coming in?
Well, I think it benefits them, and no, there is no difference in price. That back in years ago, that might have been a thing for maybe a small regional builder if they could do that. But we're very open and receptive to having people with agents. I think it's important because at the end of the day, I'm here. I can't take you to the other communities, and that's where you and Jeff really come in handy, because this is your farm area, this is your expertise,
Right.
And you really get to be there in another set of eyes. And what's great is, you guys are there for the entire process, and I can speak to that wholeheartedly because I've worked with you guys so much. You're always there for your clients.
Thank you.
And that's something special, because not only does it help the build process, it helps the whole thing through to when they want to buy another home in here and go bigger
That's
or
right.
go smaller.
That's right. All right, so Rick, thanks so much for your time. Both Jeff and I really enjoy working with you. Rick is our definite go-to in this community. He's been here since the start. As you can see, he's a wealth full of knowledge and what we call our resident expert here too, of course. So if we bring you here, you're gonna meet Rick as well. So thanks so much, appreciate your time.
Yeah, oh yeah, my pleasure.
All right.
So we're actually over here now at one of our clients' homes. It's under construction. It's going to be done here in about, let's say, another month or so,
Month,
Mark.
yeah.
But they've got a beautiful house on the lake here. I hope you loved this video. I think it got you a good picture of what it looks like to live here at the Four Seasons.
Absolutely.
Click the link, like we talked about, in the description. You can schedule a Zoom call with us and in person. Come out here with us. Just remember, as always, with any new construction, super important to register with us and let us take you in.
Yep, and remember, we're in Cane Bay Plantation, so there's so much more to do even outside the walls of Four Seasons too. You got miles and miles of golf cart trails. People love golf carts here. There was a 4th of July Christmas golf cart parade.
Yep.
It was over 200
You can
golf
take your
carts.
golf cart from here all the way out to Publix, go shopping, get your dinner,
Absolutely.
everything, all within this community.
Yep, and there's medical super close by as
Yeah.
well. So everything that you need is within, 10 minutes away?
Yep.
Including downtown Summerville
Yeah.
that you can get to in about 15 minutes.
Beautiful area. We're big fans of this neighborhood.
Thanks so much for joining. And remember, if you're looking to buy in 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months, we want to hear from you. So text, email, click the link, and don't forget to subscribe.
See y'all.
ya.